I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far.
Friends, it is Monday morning. It is 5 a.m. I just got back from taking James to work, and I'm going to go to bed for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I have a meeting at 8 a.m. with the head of our church, the one that is in charge since we have no current preacher, and I'm going to talk to him about the things that I've mentioned in previous videos that have been going on that I feel like I need to talk to somebody about. So I meet him at 8 for that, and we're going to have a chat, and then I have to get back home, get kids ready, get them dressed, get them loaded up, take them for speech therapy, occupational therapy, and allergy shots, and then come home and take care of animals and start school. I'm tired just thinking about it already. I have no clue what's going to be for dinner. I haven't taken anything out, and I need to. But at the moment, I just have no clue. I'm just tired already. I am so ready for James to have his car fixed and for us to be able to go back to a 2-vehicle household. Because this is really, really wearing me out. But I wanted to say hi. I wanted to say good morning before our morning got too crazy and I wasn't able to. We're still working on our Israel study for school, so we're going to be working on that today. Breakfast is going to be cereal or oatmeal. I know I'm not going to have time to make breakfast. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to prioritize sleep. So it'll be a oatmeal or cereal type breakfast. Lunch, we have lots of leftovers in the fridge that need eaten, so they can wipe those out. They did a pretty good job on them yesterday, but we still have quite a bit. So, leftovers for lunch. I have no clue for dinner. No clue. I'll figure that out later. But, good morning, happy Monday, and let's get today going by going back to bed. Okay. Where do I even begin with this day? I came home, I tried to lay down and go to sleep. I got very little sleep because I just have so much going on in my mind and in my heart that it was hard to sleep. But I did finally get a little bit of sleep, and it was time to get up. I went to go meet with somebody from the Baptist committee who is currently running our church because we have no one right now. We have no preacher. I previously mentioned some struggles I'm having with our church in another video, although I didn't go into full detail. But essentially, I'm struggling because I'm very open with my kids. I am very honest with my kids. If they want to talk about something, I'm here. I will never lie to them. I'm always honest with them, and I feel like that is necessary. I feel like if I'm always open and honest with them, they'll always come to me when they need somebody. I feel like as a teenager, I didn't have that. I didn't have somebody that I could reach out to. I just felt alone. And I don't ever want my kids to feel that way. And so I very much joke around, and I, make sure that my kids know that yes, I'm your mother, yes, I'm in control of our household, yes, I'm in charge, but I'm your mother and I'm here for you. And so we have a lot of very open, very raw conversations in our house very often. And it doesn't matter what the subject is. If my kids want to talk about it, I'm going to listen, and I'm going to give my input, and I'm going to ask for their input, and we are going to talk through it, no matter what it is. And that being said, my teenagers have been coming to me and telling me different things that are going on in their youth and in their youth group at church. And when they tell me these things, I know they're being honest with me. I know my kids don't lie to me. And there are things that are very concerning that are happening on Wednesday nights. And I have a close friend who was going to our church but recently left because of these things. And so when I reached out to her, she said the same things were going on, and that's what her daughters came to her about. And I know they are a very close-knit family as well. And so when it came to me trying to reach out, I tried reaching out to somebody there at the church. I actually tried reaching out to multiple people. I tried having discussions with multiple people. And then I went to somebody else and I said, hey, I would like to reach out to James, who is the one that is preaching for us right now, because I have some concerns and I want to discuss them with him. And she kept saying, well, what are they? What are they? Tell me what they are. And I kept saying, I just would like to have this discussion with him. I feel like you would not be the person I want to talk to about this, because I think it's a conflict. And she was like, just tell me what it is. Just tell me what it is. So finally I told her, and she was immediately very hostile and very rude to me. And she refused to give me his number. She said it wasn't his business. He didn't have a right to hear this from me, that I just needed to stay out of it. Like, just, it was insane how hostile she became, which I understood because, you know, her husband is in charge of the youth, but it still felt wrong. And so when I posted something on Facebook, because I was kind of upset, but I didn't specifically say any one thing, I just said that, you know, we were really struggling with whether or not to stay after 9 years. One of the men from our church reached out to me, asked me what was going on. I told him. He said he was having the same problem with his daughters, and that he thought I should reach out to James. And I said, well, I tried to, but I can't get his number because somebody won't give it to me. And he said, I have his number. I will text it to your phone. You need to reach out to him. This is something that he needs to know about. And I said, okay. I reached out to him. He said, please come by my office, not at the church, but my office at the college. We need to sit down and talk about this. And so yesterday he came up to me at church. He said, please come by 8 a.m. if you can. That would be great if you can come earlier than later. We need to discuss this. This is very important. I really want to hear from you. So I was there at 7:45 this morning, met with him. We had a very open conversation about things, and I feel really good about the direction the conversation went. But at the same time, I'll just have to wait for things to actually take place. But I'm not the only person. There have been many families who have come forward with the same exact issues being a struggle for them, and wanting answers as to why these things were happening and why it was being swept under the rug. Also, we had a full conversation about everything, about the direction the whole church was going, and I just felt really good about the conversation by the time I left there. And then I stopped by Dutch Brothers because the other day I went in there for a coffee, and when I went to get it, their card thing was down, so they gave me the coffee for free. Well, they also gave me points for that coffee, which then gave me enough points for a free coffee. So, got me a coffee. I haven't been going to the gym. It's too much of a struggle with James's car here being down, me getting up at 3 a.m., me already having insomnia and not sleeping much, and then getting up at 3, taking him to work. By the time I get back to the house, I'm exhausted, and then I have to get up like within 2 hours and take kids to speech and stuff, and it's just been too much. And I have to know my limits, and my limits are I need sleep. So I haven't been going to the gym, so I'm just spoiling that a little more with Dutch Brothers. But I got a caramel pumpkin creme brulee freeze because they're really, really good, and it was free. And then Got home, literally had the kids ready to go when I got home. CJ got them all up and ready. They ate cereal, so they were just ready to go. They jumped in the car. We went to speech therapy, occupational therapy. We went to get allergy shots, and then we came home, and I told them to start their chores. I just ran to the dollar store because I remembered I was supposed to get trash bags while I was in town, and I forgot. So I got the trash bags, and I'm headed in the house now to get kids moving a little faster on getting chores done, and then we're going to start school, and then I am hopefully taking a nap because I need it. I feel like now that I'm not so stressed and I know that situation is being addressed, that I'm going to crash and burn and nap very soon. But yeah, I got all the kids' Halloween bags while I was out. I told them I would sew them bags this year, but it's trick or treats tomorrow, and I'm at my limit right now for the day of what I can and can't achieve, and I know trick or treat bags are not on that list. So I got them bags, and we're gonna get school going very soon. I still don't have anything out for lunch, so I need to, or dinner, so I need to figure that out. Lunch is going to be leftovers, and we're going to get today going. What else? I want to clean out my car today before we trick-or-treat tomorrow. So after school sometime, this car is getting cleaned out. I cleaned my dash yesterday because my cabin air filter went out recently, and we were on the dirt road with the air conditioner on, and it was like a cloud of dust in my car, and it just coated everything. So I scrubbed all this down the other day, and I got this little Joe and 2 other ones that are cinnamon. I put them in the car, so my car smells like cinnamon and not dust now. But we have jackets and books and clothes and shoes and blankets, and I don't even know what's going on back there that needs to be cleaned up. So I have lots of things still on my plate for the day, including that nap. But I'm going to get inside and get moving. I just wanted to kind of tell you guys how that meeting went. And one more thing, I am so excited about Mika. I know I mention her now and then about some of her issues that she's had since she was born, but I don't always talk about them in depth, and one day I probably should. But she goes to speech and occupational therapy. She's 13 years old. She has visual and auditory processing disorders, and she was like 6 years behind in her visual processing when we started with OT maybe 4 years ago. And today she graduated. She is on level for 13 years old with her visual and auditory processing. I'm so excited. They gave her a certificate that she graduated occupational therapy, and they told her in about 2 weeks that she graduates speech therapy. So I'm so excited and so proud of her. Soon I will sit down and tell you guys her whole story, because it's something that should be told. But not now, because it's a long story for a 13-year-old. So I'm going to get inside.
Give me love, give me all your love.
Afternoon, my camera is slow today. There we go. Good afternoon. I have not done the best job at filming today, but when I got home, all the kids helped take care of all the animals. We picked up the house, and then we ate lunch. We were going to do leftovers, but Mika wanted to make some pizzas, and we had like 5 of the That's Smart brand pizzas that are only about, I don't know, this big. And so she took those out of the freezer. She added extra cheese to the cheese pizzas, and she added extra cheese and pepperoni to the 3 meat pizzas because they were like 88 cents, so I really can't complain, but they just hardly have anything on them. And I'd bought them for James for something quick for him to eat when he comes home after working all day, and I haven't had dinner ready yet, so he can just snack on that, but he does not like those. So Mika doctored those up. Kids ate those for lunch, and they had some diced mango, and it was just a quick lunch. I didn't even eat. I just wasn't hungry. And then I took out some chicken drumsticks and 2 small leg quarters for our dinner tonight. And I still have no idea what I'm going to make to go with those, but I'll figure that out when I get home. But we all got settled down. We watched a video about the 6-Day War. No, we watched 2 videos about the 6-Day War. And then they wrote a small report about it and drew a picture. And then we watched a longer video that was like 45 minutes about the animals that live in Israel and around the Dead Sea. And they drew pictures of those and they wrote about them. And then tomorrow, because we didn't get to it today, they have to list animals that live in Israel, but we just didn't get to it. And that was it for today. It's just that we did not have time. But when I left the house, the kids were watching an episode of the Tuttle Twins, and so I wrote that down as part of our school day, and when that's over, they were going to turn on Halloween Town. Mondays are just such a hard day to get any school in that if we get school in at all, I'm happy. But, yeah, so now James called me and said he would be here about 4:30, and so I came this way. I had to stop and get some gas on the way here, so I got that and got here and parked, and I'm waiting on him to get here. And I think I see him actually pulling up the driveway right now, which means he hasn't unloaded or preloaded for tomorrow. But I'm just going to sit here and wait on him, and when he gets here, I'll be ready to go. And we're going to head home, and I'm going to figure out dinner. Yep, that's him. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys a quick update and tell you what we have going on today, other than what I told you guys earlier. But tonight I'm going to get me some rest. I don't think I'm driving James to work in the morning. We have trick-or-treat tomorrow, but I'm just going to put faith in the fact that he'll be home in time for us to trick-or-treat, and I won't have to worry about all that, because I'm going to sleep in till like 7:30, maybe 8 tomorrow. That's what I'm going to do. Miss Penny is helping me make tonight's dinner, so we put 2 small leg quarters and a bunch of drumsticks into 2 greased pans, and we're seasoning them with this wood fire garlic seasoning. We're going to bake them at 350 for about 45 minutes, and then take them out, add barbecue sauce, and put them back in for about 15 minutes or until they hit 165 degrees.
Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they...
I got a red tongue.
Yeah. What's tomorrow?
Like a reading.
What are you going to be?
A dinosaur.
Promise you're the only thing I see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say.
Here's the finished chicken coming out of the oven, and it's ready to eat. To go with that, I steamed some frozen peas in my little steamer basket. And then over here I made some fettuccine with some Alfredo sauce, and I just added some shredded mozzarella to that to make it a little cheesier. And then I made 2 boxes of Annie's mac and cheese, and I added some shredded Colby Jack cheese to this, and it's ready to serve as well. So here is our finished dinner tonight, and it turned out really well, and Miss Penny was a big help with dinner tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming along with us today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment below if you want to chat, and I'll see you guys next time with another new video. Bye.
The walls are listening when we talk.